What motivates me in golf is to get the handicap down. And it's a sport where you're only playing against yourself at the end of the day.
The relaxation on the course, to break away from all the hecticness of the week.
Just to keep on improving my score. I've played here twice in the last 2 weeks, and I shot an 89 and then I shot a 104. So it's that constant challenge with yourself to just get better and find out what you're doing wrong.
Winning. Love being outdoors, and the fact is that you're always playing against yourself, and there's always something to improve on, something to do better, and every now and again you get that perfect shot or that perfect round.
Get some fresh air and just enjoy the round with the guys.
Beating my short game.
Getting a clean strike on the ball and just watching that ball soar and shot shaping it. It's just beautiful when you hit a clean hit.
Going lower and lower and lower. That's what motivates me in golf.
Yes, it's another Thursday evening, and what does that mean? It means it's the Duckhook Golf Show. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us for this edition of the Golf Show. What have we got on the show today? Well, it's a matter of the 2021 Durban Masters. So we're going to recap with that. We've got a very special guest, the champion, on the show. And then we preview to Pretoria Country Club, which is much, much anticipated because last year, if you remember, we missed out because of lockdown and COVID. So the guys are very, very eager to get going. Lots to talk about, so be in touch. If you have any questions for the gents, there is the comment line. You drop those messages and they will answer you. Let me introduce who's your panel today. We have Basil right next to me. We've got Tian, the champion, and we've got Hanu, who is the, let's say, the resident Pretoria Country Club member. So he knows everything. So if you have any questions about the course, let Hanu know and he'll try and answer it for you. Gentlemen, how are we today? We're missing Donnie. Donnie is on a bit of a break, but that's all good because we know that you all have a lot to say. Baz, how's it going?
Very well, and you, Mas. Thanks for having me again, and welcome Hanu and Tian to the show. Looking forward to what we have in store.
Good. Before I get to the champion, Hanu, thanks for joining us.
Oh, thanks, Mas. Thanks for having me.
Champion, if they didn't know, you have defended your Masters title. Tell me how you're feeling.
Well, currently still excited about it. It was a bit of a hectic Sunday doing the playoff the first time for the Durban League. So, and it's nice and warm down in Durban.
That's great. Well, Tian's going to take us through everything. Let's just jump onto the chat line quickly and say hello to everybody who's watching all the way. I don't know where this is going to all the way from Canada. Yaku Grobla. Middag Mensa, all the way from sunny Canada. But we can't golf. Still in lockdown. Can you believe? Let's move Yaku right there. Thank you for joining us, Yaku. Much appreciated. Hope to see you soon. One day back on the Gauteng swing when you come for holiday. Tao. Hello, people of the Ducks. Ruben, we've got a lot to talk about. Seth is playing tomorrow. Nice to see you on a Thursday league event. And then we carry on. Kero. There's Kero playing off a very, very high handicap. So I think he might be in contention if something happens. And then many more. Shandon has been very excited for the show. Hello, Shandon. Fats, also a lot to talk about with you because there's a big match play coming. And that's as we go. Thank you for joining us. All right, here we go, everybody. We're talking about the Masters in Durban. This was the result. Tian, take us through the results. You winning on a playoff.
Yes, basically it was coming down to the last hole for us. I know Andrew Godfrey is a consistent player down in the Durban League, always in the top 4. So, basically defending the title that I didn't even expect I'm going to defend it. It was up and down round for me. So, I'm actually very excited about it.
There we go. And then tied third on +7. As you can see, the scores. Quite a difficult day out there. Remember, it's Medal, Donnie Nell, Craig van Dijk coming in tied third, fifth. Corbus Nell also very steady. Ashwin Ramshad, was it him that made the 12 on the first hole?
Yes, he made it 12 on the first hole.
Sure, what a good start to your tournament.
Yeah, it was basically, I don't know, I think the wind got to him and the anxiety of playing a championship course because the course was set up for Durban Country Club Match Play Championship. So it was basically a proper setup for us.
All right, take us through your scorecard and paint us a picture of, particularly around the end, how it all unfolded.
So I'm going to start off with the front nine. The front nine was a bit dodgy from my side. the wind was gusting up to 40 k's an hour on the front nine. You're playing 3 holes into the wind, 1 hole downwind, and then you get side wind. So my stroke 1 in the 7th hole, basically, I just don't know what happened there, and made a 7 from middle of the fairway from 150 out on the stroke 1, made a 7. It was basically a difficult. And then the 7th hole was up against a tree, tried to punch it out and called a penalty shot on myself for clipping the ball for taking a practice swing.
Oh no.
And then on the back nine, myself and Hayden, we stood on the 10th tee and we were like, let's try and shoot level par on this 9 just to see if we can get into contention of winning the Masters. And started off well, made it brilliant up and down, par safe. The 11th hole, it was again into the wind. The driver got lucky, hit an electricity box and it bounced out of the bush. And
sorry, I'm laughing, Tian. It's amazing how these things can just happen.
It was, everybody was standing on the tee that was playing with me, and they were like, "No, you dead there." And I got to the electricity box, and the ball was lying next to it. So I was happy about it. And then made 3 pars in a row, and that basically brought me back. And then on the 15th hole, basically made a lip out for hole in one. The ball was 10 centimeters away from the hole and made the birdie putt. And that brought me back to +2. And I know Andrew Godfrey was at that stage still on -1. And then everybody knows the 16th hole where Charles Schwartzel was on the road. Basically the same happened to me. Hit it into a bush, took a penalty stroke there, hit it onto the green, putted out for bogey. And then on the 17th, made double where it was basically chunked the chip shot into the bunker, couldn't get out of the bunker. Pressure because I saw Mr. Godfrey made bogey as well. And then while we were standing on the green, they were teeing off on the 18th, the tee box is right next to the green. And he chunked his drive into the bush on the left. And
all to play for.
And Andrew Castles came up to me and he's like, you made a 6 there, but you just chunked it into the bush and you don't know what's going to happen here. Then on the 18th, we were standing on a tee and I pulled my drive basically to the first tee box, over the bushes, lying on the first tee, and needed to make par from there. And it was a clutch par, chipped it to the front of the green, and then I had a 30-meter putt for birdie, and I left it a meter from the hole. Putted in for par and got into the playoff.
And the playoff was also pretty straightforward because your Andrew Godfrey hit another one out of bounds.
Yes, basically we decided to play the 18th hole as the playoff. As the match play team, they decided they're going on the first hole and we moved to the 18th. And I almost drove the green on the 18th and Andrew pushed it out right, clipped the tree onto the driving range, and he was out of bounds.
The end.
But I still needed to finish up the hole, so I just chipped it onto the green and made sure I took it for par again.
Well, congratulations. I don't think we've had a back-to-back Masters or any champion of a major. So at least your name goes down in the history books for now. So interesting. Another 4-round qualifying cycle for the Durban lads starts this Sunday. They're playing Umhlali. Looking forward to Umhlali?
Yes, I haven't played Umhlali yet, so it's going to be my first time. So I'm just going to go out and enjoy it. Playing with some new people again this weekend. So yeah,
that's what it's all about.
Enjoy it.
And Durban Ducks, you've got to join the Durban League, get the numbers up so that it can be ultra competitive. And I see there's a list that came out for the Classic, and there's a couple of Durban guys coming from the Classic, including you. There'll be 4.
Fantastic. That's fantastic.
Yes, so we're basically planning it, but 4 of us have committed to come up for the Classic. So yeah, really going to enjoy it. There's a bit of worry about some of the holes, but we're going to sort that out before we get to the Classic.
Fantastic. While we're on the Classic, let me just jump a little forward. we have once again a virtual golf tournament that builds up to the classic. We had this last year, and this is all about submitting 6 of your best 9 scores from 9 events, and the person with the most points will win their ticket to the classic at Highland Gate, which is going to be from the 6th to the 10th of October. We already have well over 70 people, which is almost double from what we had last year. So it's going to be really, really interesting. And here's a coup for you, everybody. Duckhook pretty much own Highland Gate for 3 days. We're on the course on the Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Nobody else will be there, so we can take it at leisure and we can enjoy it without any pressure from Ferdi, who's the starter.
Oh yeah, the Greg Norman Marshall.
There we go. So it's going to have an entire golf course like Highland Gate, dedicated just for us, is a feather in the cap as it is. So well done to everybody who is entered. Right, so that is Durban. It's time to preview Pretoria Country Club, everybody, and this is what we have to look forward to.
To become the ultimate Duckhook golfer at the end of a 41 event season, it takes dedication, determination, and passion to excel. SRIXON makes world-class irons with exceptional aesthetic appeal. This is one of SRIXON's strongest disciplines. That's why SRIXON Golf is the perfect partner to reward the 2021 Duckhook Player of the Season with a set of irons and bag to better his journey.
And what a great prize we're all playing for. There's a couple of guys really in contention who are making good finishes. I can count a couple of like Randall, he's doing well. Ronnie Volherter, he's right up there. Simon, I think, is right up there. We will have a look at these at the end of the month to see how the player rankings stand and who is in line to win a set of irons and a golf bag. Before we move on to PPC, or should I say PCC, how does the standings look? Simon Mayer and Andre Kotz are leading it, and this is with one game or the lowest already falling out. So they're on 108 points apiece, leading the way. Donnie Geldenes is third on 106. Richard Stewart and myself are tied for 104. Frikkie Bonner goes down onto 103. Kevin O goes up also onto 103, tied with Flicky. Ruben, there you are on 102. Henry Hall was leading until the calculations came in, and then at the Wanderers he had a nightmare, so he's dropped to 9th, and Carl Van der Meulen is up into the top 10. So lots to play for. Right, let's go through PPC. I'm going to put the scorecard up, Hanu, and you take us through this. One thing I can say, if you look at the back 9, look at the distances of these holes. They are ridiculous. What a long back 9.
Yeah, Maz, to be quite honest with the guys, I think the winner will be crowned tomorrow between holes 10 and 15th, because in that valley is precision is a must. And I've had this chat with a few guys, is that the guys need to remember that PCC, I think about 80% of their greens is turtleback greens, which means if you don't hit the green, it's not a scrambling golf course. And 10 is an extremely long par 4, a dog leg's about 75 degrees to the right. If you don't hit the fairway, it's a guaranteed 5. Take your medicine and move on. 11, it's also a tricky one. 12 is, by distance, it doesn't look that long, but it is an extremely long par 5. I've seen guys hit driver 3-wood there, driver there, and still not reach that green. 13 used to be our stroke 1 until they've changed the stroking, which is quite an intimidating par 4 as well. Out of bounds left, trees to the right, and probably one of the most illusional greens that anybody will see tomorrow. It looks like a tabletop, and guys, take my word for it, it's not a tabletop green. And then when you get to 14, again, it's a very intimidating par 3. And then 15, which I reckon is probably the best hole on PCC. I see the distance is 185. I think that must be more like 385. also extreme precision is needed on that course, on that holes. And then 16 par 3, 17, most guys, the long hitters can really go for 16 if they want to. But again, you miss it left or right, take your medicine and please move on. And 18, I think one of the videos one of the pictures on the video that you've shown, it's got 17 bunkers, and
one
please
hole.
note that only on that one hole.
Wow.
And please take note that all the bunkers on PCC are UK pot bunkers. If you're in them, take a lowitch, take a sandwich, just get it out. Don't try to get funny with it.
So what are you saying? We should expect higher scores than normal?
I'm anticipating. I had a chat with Donnie this weekend. We were at Louis' son's birthday party, so happy birthday, Vaini, for yesterday. And we said it. We made the prediction. I'm predicting a +1, +2 will win tomorrow. Anywhere close to your handicap will be a great score on PCC, especially for the guys that play there for the first time.
And for the first-time players, Hanu, what would a scratch golfer go around there, having not played the course?
Basil, I'm gonna be honest with you. I played in an event last year where we played 3 different courses in a row, and I was playing with 2 guys. The one guy was a +1 handicap, and the other guy was a +3. And the courses we played, the way day 1 and day 2, they went literally deep. They went low, and they got to PCC the Friday and they couldn't break 90.
Wow. Sure.
To give you an idea, the difference in variant that the guys can expect tomorrow. It's like one of my professional friends said to me one day when another guy asked us the question, how would you describe PCC? And he said it's basically like that girl sitting at a bar. You can't be too aggressive with her, or else she's just going to swallow and spit you out. You need to approach it and have a plan when playing this golf course, because it's like I said, it's not one of those golf courses that's only tests one part of your game. It's going to test all parts of your game, from your driving to your ironing to your chipping to your putting. Even if you're on the green, it's not a guaranteed 2-putt. You need to know where on the golf course you is at all time.
There was a question from Hansi saying, give him one tip. What would be the one tip that you would give the Ducks watching about PPC to negotiate their way around this course?
It's honestly not a golf course where you can be aggressive. Even on the short holes, if you look at the shorter type holes, the bunkers are so well positioned that you need to sit on the tee box and determine where you want to leave it. Don't get aggressive on the golf course. Don't, for whatever reason you can, never short side yourself on the golf course, because like I said, it's 80% of the greens are turtleback greens. To give you an idea, the first green, it's quite a slope on both sides. Second, the same. You look at 7, 8, you go to 10, you go to 12, you go to 13, 14. That par 3 is a horrible par 3. Mm-hmm. Precision will be needed on that course. Just know where to miss it and have fun. Just don't get too aggressive with it.
Here we go. First tee. As I mentioned, 72 players are up and running, ready to go. And 72 players were in with a week to go and nobody's cancelled. So they're really, really looking forward to it. We didn't get to play it last year. Looking at this tee sheet, we started 7:07. I picked out a couple of guys, looking at their handicaps, who are going to probably, or could, have a good day. I mentioned Kerry's playing for 21, which is very much in his favour. Then we got Leon Duplessis, who won at Jackal Creek. He's gone down to an 18, so if he carries on some good form, he's got a chance. I look at Fats. He's on a 9, and I think Fats has those rounds where he comes right and he'll shoot light out, so it could be one of those, especially off a 9. Ruben off a 7, that could be interesting. Ronnie's all the way down to a 7 handicap, so it's going to be a bit more difficult for him. So that is the first tee. Let's have a look at the second tee. Jason Ivins has been struggling. He's off a 7 now, both his Duckhook and his Saga. So I think if he's one of those players, if he just comes right, anything can happen. Donnie Geldenes, after so much good golf, is now playing off a +2, shooting under par regularly. As you see, Fricky Bonnet's capped at a Duckhook 6. So he needs to still do some work, and we've got a couple of new faces. We've got a couple of match play games. Luki Janssen off a 12 could be dangerous. Russell Tandy off a 14 could also be dangerous.
Ooh, that's a dangerous one there, Mazo.
It's going to be very, very interesting. Is there anybody that stands out for you, gentlemen?
I'll say Ryan Esmond, and the reason why why I'm picking Ryan is his golf has been on form lately. If I'm correct, he just won club champs at River Club again. And he knows the course. He's caddied for a few guys at the golf course. So I'll put my money. I think Ryan's got a good chance tomorrow.
Tian, I know you follow us very, very religiously, especially on the live scoring. What do you think, form-wise, what you've seen players? Do you think there's anybody that stands out for you?
Well, currently there's only 2 players. Peter Prinsloo. I know he normally features up there on a first day, and I'm gonna basically back Basil here. Yeah, he's been up there every Sunday for the last couple of months.
To be quite frank with you, Tian, I'm not going for the order of merit points. I'm actually after Hanu and Fats tomorrow, so I'm going to be playing every hole as if it was a legitimate match play. So it's going to be all out. I'm not taking any of Hanu's advice. I'm going to play as aggressive as possible. This game is played in the air. I'm not bothered with what's in front of me.
But Basil, the problem with it's in the air is the size of the trees that's up in the air at that golf course.
That's all right, Hanu. One thing you mustn't worry about is I can get it up, my boy. Don't worry.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Gerard says, Lekker Basil, the money's on you. Baz, you're going to have to shoot probably 68 to be in contention. But
68.
If Hanu's saying it's a tough course, if you keep it straight and consistent, I think you could outplay many a person.
Respectably, I would like to shoot around 70, 69. But I never played there before, and you know the advice that Hanu has given me and the anticipation of the match play, who knows? But we'll see after 18 holes what lies ahead.
Let's have a look at the featured hole for tomorrow. Now, this was, as Hanu mentioned, the previous stroke one, so it's going to be the par 4 13th. It is quite a long hole, and you really need to find the fairway to be able to make a good approach onto the green.
If I can
hit it
give
past
some
the
advice
slope
there,
in the
Mads.
front.
Excuse me, Matt?
Hit it past the slope in the front of the green.
No, if I can give some advice to the guys there, you'll see the 3 bunkers on the left-hand side.
Let me put it back. Yep.
Just aim straight at those 3 bunkers because it does slope a bit to the right. Try to not miss it on the right side of that fairway because then you are dead. There's nothing you can do from outside of those trees. So the fairway slopes from left to right. So if you aim it straight at those 3 bunkers, hit it straight to those bunkers, you'll just chase it there, and then you'll have most guys will have about a mid-iron into that green. And favor the left side of it.
Sepp Roberts agrees with you. 13th green is a beast. Nice. Let's have a look at the pins on the day. As we know, there's a closest in 2, and there's 2 hole-in-ones. Hopefully there's 2 hole-in-ones. There's 2 par 3 closest to the pins. The par 4 second, if you haven't played PPC, it's really short. If you take driver, you really have to cut the corner. Otherwise, it's straightforward. Hit it to the middle, those 2 bunkers, and you'll have 100 meters left to the green. So let's see how close we can get it. Then
Matt,
the par
just
3.
again on the second hole, please note that the guys are not allowed to cut corners anymore there.
Not out of bounds.
The lady that stays on the corner there is, if I'm correct, that she's the club captain for the club, and they've kind of restricted us and said, listen, we're not allowed to cut the corner anymore because you'll see a tennis court is loaded with golf balls.
Okay. Par 3 8th will be a short par 3 with water in front. It's pretty much an island green with water right around it, so you need to be very precise in your approach. And then the par 3 14th, which is also shorter than the other par 3s, but also a very pretty hole. So good luck, everybody, on those, and let's see who takes the prizes away. Let's move to the groups. These are the featured groups for the day. Group A, B, and C. We've got Group A. I put all the G's together. We've got Gerard Maritz, Grant Frey, Grant Nell, Gerard Gerber, and Garfield Hendricks. So let's see what happens with the G's. Baz, you want to take us through B?
Yeah, so I actually see my name in Group B. So it's
Low
Jason
handicappers.
Ivans, Ryan Esmond, myself, Don Geldenays, and the famous Hanu Oosthuizen.
So let's see who takes it from the low handicappers. And then there's a random group of Leon Duplessis, Simon Mayer, Ronnie Bolhurter, Mark Borger, and Kero O'Connell. Let's see, they're all going for a credit fine to hand out a drink to whoever they wish. It'll be very interesting to see what happens with these. Then we've got a case of the head-to-heads. Let me remind you, red team of 3, blue team of 8. We need to catch up. The captain for the day for the red team is Ryan Jensen. Again, I might have been a bit biased trying to load the team for red so we can catch the blue team. So Sepp Robertson is in chase. Ryan Jensen's football. Robert Michael, Clint Paredes, Kunra Pretorius, Frikkie Barnard, Fats, Hansi Haman, Dorian Fourie, and Paul Ricketts. The blue team, captained by Andre Kotze, and his team is Luki Janssen, Kevin Ho, Karel van der Meulen, Dean Bester, myself, Louis Gerber, Peter Prinsloo, Dylan Bowles, and Ruben Swart. Now looking at this again, I think it's to be closer than we actually think.
Yeah, I also agree. It's going to be quite tight.
Any predictions?
I'll put my money on red just because my partner is in red.
Okay. Give us a prediction.
Blue team, definitely, because my partner's in blue team.
That's a difficult one, but I'm going to go blue team.
Yes, please. Come on.
You have to go for the red team.
Yeah,
Mez, you're in the blue team,
I know. Sometimes, Dion, it's okay.
Okay. So, good luck to those guys. Now, there's a big talking point, and the big talking point is a team match play game that could decide Group F. So this might also be a bit biased, but I had to talk about this. Let's take a look at what I'm talking about. This is Group F, right? Crappy Field Mills are on 10 points. They've already gone through. The Champagne Dragons, which is myself and Paul Ricketts, are on 10 points, but we have finished our matches. So we are desperately hoping to go through. So now, the Crappy Field Mills are playing Dude, Where's My Pa? Dude, Where's My Pa? I've got 2 games left, but they're on 7 points. So they need to win pretty much 1 with a bonus point to go through, or win 2. So I, personally, am hoping that Hanu and Fats win tomorrow. So come on, Hanu.
I definitely think you got Hanu on the show tonight to rev me up a bit, Maz.
Well, let's look at the handicaps now. Because you're at +4, you are giving shots to players. So you're giving Hanu 4 shots, so he goes to a 6. Hanu for 6 at his home course is going to be interesting. And Ruben also goes up to a, what did you say, a 12 or 13?
Yeah, I think he's 7, so he'll go to 11 or something like that.
No, he's
I'm
9.
not sure.
So
he's in
13.
9? Fantastic. 13. So, you know what? All in all, it's going to be a great day out. Having to win on the day would be a bonus. But it's going to be competitive. It's long time waiting to play, PCC with Hanu. We've had countless occasions where I've had to decline and not be able to make it. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be some good pressure, and just going to go out there and have some fun. And whoever wins, it's going to be great. Looking forward to it.
What, whoever wins? Hanu and Fats need to win, not whoever wins.
So, Maz, if I read that correctly, does that mean Fats moves out to an 18 handicapper tomorrow? Or what is he? What is he tomorrow?
Let's
14?
have a look. I can't remember off the top of my brain. Fats is a 9 saga, so he gets 4 shots. So he goes.
So him and Ruben are.
And Ruben moves to 11.
Yes,
Yeah.
so I got Fats and Ruben's handicaps mixed up there. So very, very interesting. I think we'll all be sitting afterwards waiting to see what the result of this is, because...
So, Hanu, if you're playing off a 6, right?
Yeah. I haven't been a 6 since grade 12, so it's going to be fun tomorrow.
Fantastic. Let's hope you can use those extra shots like everybody else that I've given it away.
So that is the preview for PPC. What's wrong with me? PCC. It's not cement, people.
Idea.
It's not cement. Any questions from our chat line? We've got 5 minutes and we'll just accommodate. Nice to see. Is it you, Garrick, winning again 3 times in a row on the tour?
Garrick,
hey, Baz, take us through that.
Well, he's won 2 out of the last 3 weeks, and he has now gone down as the youngest South African to win 3 events, 26 starts, if I'm not mistaken. He's beaten Retief Goosen at that record. He's Louis Oosthuizen and Charles Swartzel. I think Ernie Els took, it was 45 attempts to win 3. So outstanding performance from him. I think he turned 22 2 or 3 days ago. So just unbelievable to see this youngster, come from Cape Town, and also the background, the life that he's had, and he's just turned his game around. Golf RSA also molded him, to the player that he is now, and just the great support that he's received, and it's all paying off, and best of luck. potentially going to make one of the majors this year, you know. So it'll be a great outing for him, a great experience. And, Garrick is one guy that plays golf, with no fear. And, just opens his shoulders and he believes, he backs himself. There's nothing in his way. He's got a set goal, per event. And, if he doesn't meet it, it's fine. Next week he'll go and he get it. He goes out and gets it again, So just a great icon for golf, especially being so young and, being so professional in everything that he does, And also the calmness is quite inspiring, even for myself, something that I can learn from him, He's just very calm. He doesn't seem like he gets himself into, any nervous or, anxious positions, So, I mean, even when he holed out on I think it was the 14th or 15th, the par 3, he made nothing of it, He celebrated and, there was a couple high fives, but he had a game plan, He went out there, even though I think he had 3 shots at the time, he had a game plan, he had a priority to get done and, and win. So, and it's also just a shout out to Dean Burmester, been going through a lot in terms of his game and, off the golf course, and his caddy also, plays a big part in his, in him winning again on the European Tour. Dean has been struggling off the tee and, they've gone through a lot of, changes in his game. He's not hitting it as far as he used to. And by that, I mean, he's still hitting at 330. Dean used to hit it quite a long way, but, he's learned a lot on the European Tour, to tone it down, know when to hit that big bomb, or just find fairways, and, just big ups to him. South African golf at this moment in time is just flourishing, and, all the guys that are competing and representing South Africa, big up to you guys. It's not easy during the pandemic, and, we appreciate you representing us,
Okay, we got some questions while he had his monologue. A couple of digs. Fat says Basil will need his glasses tomorrow to look for his and Ruben Swart's golf ball. So bring up your glasses, Baz.
I will do that. I'll bring it for Fats.
Paul says go Fats and Hanu. Yes, Paul, I agree with you. We've got some questions. Mono Kelly, greens, fast or slow?
They're going
apparently lightning.
They are going to be fast, but I don't think they'll be lightning, as we just holotined about, I think, 6 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
But they will be fast,
okay.
And in good condition.
So tell me, Hanu, is there a driving range?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting golf balls from you in the morning, if that's okay.
Jacques Gravenstein, what is the rough like?
If I see you tomorrow, I'm not going to be as friendly as what I am now.
Is it? Yeah, but nothing's different, Hanu. You're always not friendly, so it's okay.
Gravenstein asks, what is the rough like at PCC?
It's thick.
Is it thick?
It won't be long, but it'll be thick, and especially around the greens, take note of the direction that the rough is growing in, because it's going to have an impact on what type of shot you're going to have to hit.
Nice. Right, so there's only one thing left to do, and that is look forward to the round tomorrow. I'm really looking forward. It's time to play some good golf, as I have something to play for, because I'm 4th, so I can't go missing now, because my lowest round would have been Modderfontein, because I think I made like 23 points, so I cannot cock up again the rest of the
season. Got to play well tomorrow.
One thing I want to announce, I met with Louise from SRIXON today, and she would like to do an incentive for those boys who are wearing a SRIXON cap, and if they win, they will receive a dozen SRIXON golf balls of their choice. I think that is a fantastic initiative. So gentlemen, make sure that you get some SRIXON golf caps on it, because a dozen of SRIXON golf balls of your choice is a good prize to take home.
Great
as
incentive.
Well, with the trophy and all that you get with it, your ranking points, etc., etc. That's it from me. Is that it from you, boys?
I've said enough.
Seeing the guys
Looking forward to tomorrow.
Fantastic. Ruben says it's going to be easy. You enjoy watching the live scoring, Tian. We appreciate it. And yes, good luck on Sunday at Umhlali. Try not to win again. You might be chased out of your own league. That's it from us. Sep, thank you for watching. Lekker show. Thanks to all. And Barry, cheers. We'll see you bright and early. We'll be there from 6 o'clock to set up and get going. have a practice, have a coffee, have a chat as we do, and then we are off. So until next Wednesday, we will see you then live on Facebook. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.